Hey guys, so I went to my comic book store yesterday. I think it had been maybe 2 to 3 months. I don't, what is it, yeah, it's mid-September. I had not been in all of August because August was just a cluster. And I don't think I had been in July. I don't know how many times a month Immortal XMen comes out, but I think I've got 4 issues of that, so that was kind of a hint as to how long it had been since I was at the store. So I went there, got my pull list, which was expensive, and I also picked up a jumpstart Dominaria United booster and a set booster. I do have a booster box of draft boosters on the way. Sorry, I'm trying to open this. There we go. Sheesh. But anyways, as I said, I do have a draft booster box on the way, which I pre-ordered, but some reason it's not going to show up till I think the guesstimate is Tuesday according to the website, but I thought we'd look at these really quick. The Dominaria United Jumpstart set is only 10 boosters, so don't buy a huge amount of it because you will get doubles very quickly. I got the Beast Territory, which has a good amount of ramp spells and some tree folk, and this new, I think it's a new keyword, domain, which cares about how many basic land types you have. So, some okay tree folk in here. They are rather interesting looking, aren't they? There's also this new keyword, enlist, which allows you to tap non-attacking creatures and add their power to the creature that has enlist until end of turn. So that could be kind of interesting. That would work really well in like a samurai deck. If you got the Neo Kamikawa set, that they like one character attacking at a time. And I made a deck basically around that, but it would be cool if those, if that one samurai also had enlist. You could really do some interesting things with that, since you're already not going to be tapping or attacking with the other creatures. There is one card I took out of here because it went directly into my, there's that one troll where if you play a spell that's not a creature spell, you take 6 damage, I think. And there was a card in here, a 2-drop, a Dryad, where every time you played a creature spell, you put a 1/1 counter on her. And when she dies, you get to put those 1/1 counters on the other creatures you have out. So I immediately threw her in there. And, as usual, these come with lands. I do all these, at least the set booster and the jumpstart, came with these stained glass mana cards. I love these. We'll probably look to get a whole bunch of them, depending on what I see in the draft booster. And interesting enough, this one also came with all these dual lands, which are, mountain forest, forest plains, so it's the type of card where if you have a fetch land that says a forest or a plains, you could fetch this. Now it does enter tapped, but if you're gonna crack something that says to get a swamp or a forest, getting 2 for the price of 1, if it's gonna enter tapped anyways, is pretty good. I've honestly never seen that should go in my tree folk deck, since it's that's a very cool looking tree folk land there. But like I was saying, I've never seen any jumpstart boosters that have multiple set booster, of course, we get the art card. I do keep these. I have them all in one particular, or actually two now, box that has all the art cards. Of course, here's the stained glass one. I don't know if there's different images with these. That will be interesting to see. Good amount of dual. There's lots of kicker in this set, which is fun. Kicker abilities always tend to cost a little more, but if it's worth it, it's worth it. Oh, excuse me. And so far, I'm liking the flavor of this set. I mean, look at the art on this one. If I can have it zoom in there. And look at that. That looks like a card art from probably like 20 years ago, when they had more varied card art. We, of course, have sagas back, which have the read ahead ability where you can skip some parts, and the occasional stained glass regular card. I found this one really interesting because he's red-green goblins with built-in ramp. That could be a really strong and interesting commander. I got the green and blue pain lands, which I will have to put in. I'll be putting this in a deck. I just haven't decided which one yet. I have too many commander decks. And, holding true, they do sometimes come with 2 rares. And you have your foil here. So, that was fun. I kind of lost track of when that set was going to come out simply because I knew my pre-ordered box wasn't going to show up timely. So, but I plan to buy a stupid amount of the Dominaria United and Brothers War, and hopefully a stupid amount of the Dominaria, is it Revisited, or what is that set called? I think it is Revisited, right? That's coming out where it says cards from I think it said something like 23 different Dominaria themed sets, so that'll be interesting. Okay, so let's get into the comics. There are quite a few. I'm not getting a lot now, but when you haven't been in 2.5 months, you end up with a lot. The price tag was rather large. I was, not excited to be paying, but, so, first one we have here is Batman Killing Time, number 5. Let's see if there we go. This is a miniseries by Tom King, which I haven't started yet because I wanted to wait till all 6 issues were out. And here we have issue 6. As you comic book guys will go, the DC-wise, really the only thing I've been buying is Tom King miniseries. So, as is... Sorry, still getting over the COVID cough. But as you guys know, his miniseries, as they've been ending, I've been saving money. Because, his Supergirl series ended. This has just ended. We also have what I believe is the final issue of Batman Catwoman, which was his 12-issue miniseries, which I look forward to reading. I hadn't started that one either because it was like, okay, 12 issues, let me just wait, and I'll read it all at once in one sitting. One thing I did put my name down for and was lucky enough to pick up because I had lost track of when it came out was the beginning of the Chip Zdarsky run on Batman. I've really liked his work on Daredevil, so and I didn't really like Tinian's work on Batman, so I was just waiting for him to get off of that so I could, check out Batman again. So luckily enough, they had copies of 125 and 126 126, even though they had been out for a little while. The 126 issue that they had was this swimsuit variant. I don't know about this, but it was the only version of 126 they had on the sand still, so I had to pick that one up. I don't know when this series started up with Chip Zdarsky, because I do visit Previews webpage to see what's coming out on the certain weeks, but since DC is no longer working with Previews exclusively, you have to have a Previews account of some sort, pull list account, to even see what DC books come out. So a little bit of a cluster, if you ask me, and I've heard it's not the best for the comic book stores either. So another reason why I'm not picking up too much DC. And then here's 127. I noticed these were all $5.99. On one of them it said that there's a Catwoman, I think, I guess backup. I don't like it when they put backups in these books. I don't think anybody's coming for the backup story. Sometimes I'll just skip them if it's something I'm not interested in, but every now and then DC tries it, and it is what it is. So let's see, next up we have the Hellboy stuff. So we have not Hell, Time is a River. I really like this cover, it's very fun. So it looks like this is just a one-shot, which is really what the Hellboy universe at this point is. A lot of the times it's just one-shots. We also have Young Hellboy, Assault on Castle Death. This is apparently going to be a 4-part miniseries, so I'll probably collect that and then read it when it's all collected. We have the British Paranormal Society, which are stories about Professor Brutenholm prior to Hellboy coming, because I don't believe we've seen Hellboy in the pages of British Paranormal Society. So, and it's number 3. I don't know if this is going to be a miniseries or an ongoing. There's no, of 4 or whatever in the corner, so I'm assuming this will be at least a little bit of a run here. We have Hellboy Old Man Whittier, another one-shot story. I mean, a lot of the things with Mike Mignola writing are just one-shots. He shoots it out there and that's it. And last in the Hellboy universe, we have Falling Sky. I do like how it's, well, this one doesn't say it, but this one's Hellboy in the BBRD 1957. I believe that first one was also, it just says Hellboy in the BBRD. So all these different kind of little universes or corners of the Hellboy universe that they are exploring now that BBRD came to an end, and Hellboy to an extent also came to an end as far as the ongoing. Next up we have something I didn't even know was coming out, which is Magic Order 3. I'm a huge fan of the Magic Order. The first series was stupendous, the second series was very good, and then I didn't even know that Series 3 was going to be coming so quick. There was quite the, there was a gap of a couple years, if not more, in between Magic Order 1 and 2. So this was an unexpected surprise to see this pop up. So we have issues 1 and 2 of the Magic Order Part 3. So I'm going to move these because it's getting hefty. And then as I noted, I have about 4 issues of Immortal XMen to catch up on. So if this is a monthly title, then it has been a while since I went to the store. name, I always forget. And I'm not reading this Judgment Day miniseries. I find that Marvel's miniseries are always very, unless it's one of their tentpole things, most of them I can skip. And I actually kind of dislike it when they get in the middle of an ongoing like this, because a lot of the times those issues feel wasted. And here we have the Black King himself. This is the only X-Men I'm reading currently. I mostly just started reading because Hickman had come back on after really the X-Men before his new jumping on point. Honestly, they were kind of just floundering. You had like X-Men Gold, which I collected, which was just good enough for me to keep buying when I was buying way too much, and some other things, but I don't feel like X-Men was really being treated well for a while there until Hickman came on, and then now he's kind of like off and on depending on when he feels like, it seems like. Here we have Daredevil #1 in reality issue 649. This is Chip Zdarsky coming back after they had a little bit of a hiatus after that Devil's Reign miniseries. I didn't pick up Devil's Reign. I know that was mostly about Wilson Fisk versus Luke Cage type of thing. I just wasn't interested. And Daredevil #2, which they've also issue 650, which they've made bigger on this issue because they want to have their cake of having 1, 2, 3 issues and having people run to buy an issue 1, and then they also want to have their cake and eat it too by having legacy issues and anniversaries. So it's always interesting. Let's see, we have Uzaki Yojimbo #29 of the IDW series. I still do wish this was black and white inside, and I don't like the paper. The Dark Horse issues were black and white, and it was like real paper on the inside. These are like that almost plasticky, the newer type paper where it's glossy. I don't know. And this, for people who don't know or might not be reading, is Usagi's cousin, who they've introduced. I don't entirely know why. I think it's just so that Stan Sakai has somebody for Uzaki to play off of, or somebody who can act as like a beginner to this universe, so that Uzaki can explain things. It's been okay so far. I thought he was going to get killed recently, but... And then finally, and I don't know what this is. So, right now, Tom King has a Human Target series where Human Target is slowly dying from poison, and he's gotten wrapped up with the Justice League, like International and Justice League of America characters from that run that was, comedy based. I never liked that run with, Batman, Ice, Fire, Guy Gardner, those characters, and he's been, I think we're up to issue 6 on that book, and then when I went in, all of a sudden they had this, and this is book 1 of Tales of the Human Target, also by Tom King. But when I went to the wall, there weren't any more issues of the original Human Target miniseries. So I don't know if that's on hold while he does this story, which honestly would be a little, that would strike me as a little strange, because why would you put the original miniseries, which is further along, on hold to start a new miniseries? What's that about? So, I'm assuming these are just kind of little one-off stories. Who knows? And I don't know how many issues this is. Tom King is costing me money, and I don't know why, and I don't know for how long. So last issue for today, guys. Quite a bit. I did, just yesterday, I read a couple issues of Uzaki. Read the final issue of those Avengers back issues I had, which I'll try to show you maybe in the next video. I basically ran out of those, and now I'm into jungle action and like late 70s, early 80s reprints of Spider-Man books. And then I also read the last issue